Greetings, salutations, it's me, James, your BA Sensei, back with another Power Query tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you something cool. We're going to use an iterative function called List.Accumulate to basically dynamically add columns to a data set. The data set we're going to be looking at is this table over here. We got the total number of stocks in our portfolio, and each stock is added as a new column. So what we do is for each one of these stocks, we're going to add a new column that basically divides the number of stocks by the total portfolio number of stocks, which gives us that. And the magic behind this is we're not hard coding anything. If we add a new column over here, let's say stock James, then basically if I press refresh, it automatically adds a new column to our output data set like this. And we're going to use an iterator function called List.Accumulate. Like in all good programming languages, you have iterators. So let me show you how to do it. All right, so let's get this data set into Power Query. You select your data set, you go to data and you say from table or range. This opens Power Query and pulls it in. You see that it added a little step over there called change type. You can just basically detect your column types. You can just say no thank you. Let's rename this to portfolio data set. All right, so before we go on, let me quickly show you the syntax of List.Accumulate. So the formula works something like this. So List.Accumulate takes a list as the first argument, so we must have a list to put in there. A seed basically means a place to start. Where do you start from the list that you selected? And then you have an accumulator, kind of like an iterator. In any program language, you basically have a looping variable. You start at 1 and then you go right through to X number of times. So I'm going to show you how to do it in terms of a list. Let's quickly add a new query to explain the concept. So let's quickly just say, let's create a list from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have a list of 5 values inside of it. Right, so that's our list. So now I'm going to add List.Accumulate, yes. We say, give it a list as an input. Yeah, that's the first one. Our seed is where do we want to start? You can start at 1, you can start at 2, the item in your list. So I'm going to start at item number 1, or row count number 1. And the accumulator, you need to declare a state and a current. Right. So state would kind of be your accumulated variable, and current is your current variable, the current state of your variable. So I'm just going to say yes. I'm going to show you what that means now. And I'm going to say yes. What I want to do is I'm going to take the state, multiply it by my current, close it out and say, okay, it gives me a value of 120. So what exactly does that mean? So what happened here is, so in step 1, we started at 1. The current was 1. So basically the state is 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So now in the second step, the second item in the list, the state is still 1, but the current value is 2. So we're saying state times current is 1 times 2 is 2. Right. So now our state is 2. There we go. Our current value is 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. Right. So our state is now 6. So there's 6. Our current value is 4, so 6 times 4 is 24. So our state is 24, and our current value is 5, and there we go. That's that 120 that you see over there. We basically want to add stock columns dynamically, the percentage of the total portfolio. So what we're going to do, we need to get to a list. So we're going to say, okay, cool, new step. We say table, column names. That's going to give us all the column names in our current table, which is source. You can see it creates a list with all the column names. So this is a list. This would be our input for our List.Accumulate. But if we go back to this, I don't really want to start with portfolio number of stocks. I don't want to include this in my list. I want to dynamically add stocks, not the portfolio number of stocks. So I'm just going to say List.Skip, which allows us to skip some values in our data set. I'm going to say I want to skip the first one. So dynamic columns we're looking at is everything after the first row, which is portfolio number of stocks. All right, so now let's quickly apply List.Accumulate to our data set. So in terms of this, our list is the column name. So I'm going to say add a new step, say List.Accumulate, yes. You want to take the column names as our input list. Our seed would be, the place we want to start is we want to start with our table. We want to add columns to our table. So I'm going to say our seed is the source, which is our starting point. Yes, we want to start with a table with all of its existing columns. And what I want to do is, I need to now declare the state and current, and I'm going to use a rocket hash over there. And I'm going to say, okay, cool, because we're looking at table columns here, I'm going to say table add a column, because we want to add a column to the source data set. I want to take my state and my current, and I want to append the column name. So I'm going to add a column name ending with a percentage. Yes. And I'm going to say comma each. And I'm just going to say for now, let's say C, current. Close it out. So now you can see what we did is we basically dynamically added 4 new columns. So we basically iterated through the list of column names, you can see, and we added a percentage at the end, and we accumulated that. So we basically won. So we iterated for A, B, C, D. So if we added another one, it would basically add stock A, percent B, C, and D. You can see currently all I did is I stuck the column name, the current, into the table over there. If you made that state, it's going to insert the whole table, which is not what we want. You can see if we look there, this one only has stock A, B, C, D. If you look at this one, it's got stock A. This one's got stock B percentage. But that's not what we want. We basically want the current, right? So that's basically the column name over there, right? But that's not what we want. We want the actual value of stock A to D in there. So how do we do that? Now we can turn to the lovely function. We can actually look at record. So each record, remember, each one of these rows is a record. Record, and we're going to say underscore and current. Close that out. What you're sitting with there now is just check this out. So percentage of A is equal to stock A. Percentage of B is equal to stock B up until D. Isn't that cool? So we're getting somewhere. So basically, in order for us to get a percentage, we need to take this value and divide it by the total number of stocks. And we can just do it inside of this iterator, this List.Accumulate. So how are we going to do that? It's actually quite simple. So all I say here is, I say divide by the column called portfolio number of stocks. Yes, and I'm just going to close it out. There we go. There's your percentage value. We basically just did it. We divided that number by that one by that one for each of the columns, dynamically adding them without manually adding tables over there. What we can do is now I want to format this to percentage. At the end over there, I can just say comma, and I can say percentage type. And that should do the trick. There we go. There's the percentage type. Woo! And all I can do now is go to home and say close and load. And there you go. There's your percentage types. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that? Let's quickly do another test. I'm going to add a column to sheet 1. Let's say we add stock James, and I'm just going to put some random values in there. All right. Okay. And now I'm going to just rerun it. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to say refresh. You see, there's my stock for James. Pretty cool. So it dynamically adds any new column that you add due to our List.Accumulate iterator function. Isn't that cool? Well, I hope you learned something new about iterators in Power Query. Now you can use List.Accumulate in your daily work. BA Sensei signing out.